Hello everyone, I hope you're doing good and staying safe. Welcome to SimpliCode's YouTube channel, and in today's session, we'll be discussing about sorting and limiting technique in MongoDB. I hope my audio is fine and the screen is clearly visible to you guys. If you're facing any issues, let us know in the comment section below and we'll try to fix it as soon as possible. So, sorting and limiting are one of the necessary database operations. It helps to simplify and the readability of the data and sort the data as per the user requirement. Now, when you're working on huge chunks of data in a database, both sorting and limit operations can be quite handful to understand and visualize data in order to get meaningful information out of it and retrieve only the specified number of records accordingly as per your need. So in this tutorial, you will learn all about the sorting and limiting concepts and how it can be implemented in MongoDB database. But before we get started, if you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed already, consider getting subscribed to our channel SimpliCode to stay updated with all the latest tech content. And hit that bell icon to never miss an update from us. So without any further ado, let's get started. So before getting into the execution part, let us quickly understand what is sorting in MongoDB. Sorting is the ordering of data in an increasing and decreasing order based on set of relationships between the various data items present in the database. Now, sorting can be done on any entities having information like ID, name, age, address, or any data type having numbers or string values. Now, sorting improves the readability and consistency of the data displayed from the database. So, in a nutshell, sorting is done just like in any other database or programming language that involves arranging data into some meaningful information to make it easier to understand, analyze, or visualize. Let us understand its syntax. The syntax is simple. It is followed as db.collection name find.sort, and within the parenthesis mention the field and the order. So let us understand how it is. Now for sorting your MongoDB documents, you need to make use of the sort method. So this method will accept a document that has a list of fields and the order for sorting. So for indicating the sorting order, you have to set the value 1 or -1 with the specific entity based on which the ordering will be set and displayed. So if the order is 1, it will basically sort the records in ascending order, that is in an increasing manner. And if you mention the order as -1, it will basically sort the data in a descending order, that is in a decreasing manner. So 1 indicates organizing data in ascending order, while -1 indicates organizing in descending order. So that was all about the sorting in MongoDB. So let us now understand how sort method works in MongoDB with an example. Now consider collection name orders. Now if I just run a command db.orders.find, I'll get these collection which has 3 documents. So it has details of 3 customers like Rahul, Pranav, and Kirti, right? So let us now run a query where I'm using a sort method here, which is followed as db.orders.find, and within the parenthesis, I am basically projecting the query ID so that we will not have it in our resultant set. So, and also I'm sorting the data based on the customer here. So I'm mentioning customer as 1. So that means it will basically order in the ascending order. So this will be the output, guys. Now the output is, now first we'll have the customer details of Kirti, because the letter alphabet K starts first in the alphabets from A to Z. Next we have Pranav, which starts with P, and then we have Rahul, which starts with R. So this is a simple example on how sorting method works in MongoDB. Now let's say if I want to sort multiple fields in a collection, so in what way will I be able to do it? Now let us consider an example here. Let's say I have a pet info collection here, and we have various records, or you can say documents, and we have like various fields like name of the pet, type, and its weight. Now let's say if I want to sort multiple fields within this collection, so I would write a query as db.the collection name, which is pet info.find.sort, and next I am sorting this collection based on its type, its weight, and finally the ID. So type, I'm giving it as 1, which will basically do in an ascending order, which is in an increasing manner. Whereas I'm doing the sorting on the weight field as -1, which is in decreasing order, that is in descending order, that is from highest to lowest. And then I'm also sorting the field ID as ascending order, that is I'm giving it as 1. So when I run this command in MongoDB shell, this will what be a basically the output of the collection, right? So let us just understand how it is working. Now, first, I am sorting the data based on the type. Now, the sorting is done based on the priority that is given. That is, first you have given the sorting input as type, then weight and the ID. So it will run the sorting based on this sequence only. So if you look at the first record of the document, we have the cat data. That is, we have three records of cats having the same type, right? So we have Lily, Millie, and Oliver, which is of type cat. So basically, it will arrange those in ascending order. Since we have C, which is the starting or the alphabetical order of the alphabets, which comes, the C comes first, then we have dog, next we have kangaroo. Now, since we have the same records or the same record of cat that is repeating, then it will check weight. Now, since we have given weight as -1, that is from descending order, that is why we have the record of Lily, whose weight is 12 at the first place. Next, the details of Millie, whose weight is 8. And finally, we have Oliver, whose weight is 7. So this means that if there are multiple pets of the same type, those pets are sorted by their weight in descending order. Now, if there are multiple pets with both the same type as well as weight, then those pets are sorted by the ID field, which we have given to sort them in ascending order. Now, if we hadn't included the ID field in the sorting process, then those pets of the same type and the sorting process, then those pets of the same type and weight could appear in any order, guys. So without having a sort field on a unique field such as the ID field, it would be entirely possible that the result would come back in different order when we run the query each time. So I hope you understood how the sorting works when we want to sort multiple fields within a document. So let us now understand what is limit in MongoDB. The limit method in MongoDB is used to limit the number of records. This method takes only one number type of argument, which is basically the number of documents that you want to display in your resultant set. Similarly, which we used to do in SQL also, wherein if you have like thousands of records, you use the limit clause in order to restrict a certain number of records and specify only certain records in our resultant set. Now the syntax is followed as db.collectionname.find limit and value. Now in the value you can give as per your choice. Let's say if I give the value as 5, it will display the first 5 records or the documents from that collection. And similarly, you can also use the projection where you can display the fields as per your requirement by giving the values and also the limit value. And simultaneously, you can also sort the data and the limit those collections or limit those documents in the collections as well. And the syntax is followed as db.collectionname.find.sort field order. You can give multiple field names in the sorting parenthesis and mention the limit method, and you can give the values, that is number of records that you want to fetch in a resultant table. So let us now understand again how a limit works in MongoDB. Now again, let us consider the orders collection here. Now let's say if I want to limit these collections. Now if I want to retrieve only the first 2 documents from this, then the query would be db.orders.find limit, and within the parenthesis I'm mentioning as 2. So this would be the output wherein you will get the details of Rahul and Pranav, which are basically the first 2 documents which are present in our collection order. Alright, now what if you want to sort and as well as limit the data? Now what I'm doing here is I'm basically projecting the ID field. So I'm keeping it as 0 so that we do not have this in a resultant set. Next, I'm sorting this collection orders based on the customers. So I'm giving customer as 1, which will basically sort the documents of the customers in an ascending manner, that is from lowest to highest. And then I'm limiting these documents for only 2 values. So when I run this query, this would be the output. So customer, I'm basically sorting in ascending order. So first we'll have Kirti, and similarly next we have Pranav in an alphabetical order, which is following the alphabetical condition starting from A to Z. And since I'm also using the limit clause here up to 2 values, it will only retrieve the first 2 values. So this is how limit works in MongoDB, guys. I hope you've got a better understanding on how limit works, considering this simple examples. So let us now jump into MongoDB Shell with a proper execution and see how it gets executed. So as you can see, MongoDB Shell has started, and let us consider the SimpliCode database again. So let us write the command as use SimpliCode1, which will basically select the SimpliCode1 database, and let us see what are the collections present in it. And we have the employee collection. So let us just retrieve the data that is present in this. So I'm using the find method, dp dot mention the collection name and mention the find method. So it will retrieve all the data that is present in it. So we have data like employee ID, first name, last name, email, phone number, hiring date, job ID, salary, manager ID, department ID. So firstly, let us discuss some examples using the sorting technique, guys. I think we already have employee IDs in in sorted order. So let us just take another field. Let us sort the manager ID field here. So the following query would be db.employee.find, mention the sort, and within the sort mention the field name, which is manager ID. So I'm giving the order as 1, which will sort the order in ascending order. So close the parenthesis and let us execute this. So basically you can type it to retrieve all the records that are present. So let us just understand how it is working. Let me just scroll back. We have so many records, guys. So it's better we use the project field so that we can have a clear understanding. So next time we'll use that. So this is our query which we have executed. Now since I've sorted the manager ID in ascending order, which I have given the order value as 1, as you can see, since we do not have any manager ID for this employee Stephen King. Next we have the manager ID as 100, and next similarly we have 100, 100, 100, 100, and so on. And next we have 101 and 108. So as you can clearly see, 114 as well. So you can clearly see that our data has been sorted in ascending order when we are using this sorting technique. So let us now understand how we can do that with another sequence. That is, let us keep it as -1. So in that case, what it will be is db.employee find. So I'm going to project some of the fields because I don't want all these unnecessary fields in my resultant set. So I'll just opt them out. So I don't want ID field, so I'm keeping it as 0, and I want first name my resultant set, so I'm keeping first name. Next I want last name as well, keeping it as 1, and next last name, and let's say finally manager ID only. Okay, manager ID. Let's keep it as 1, close the parenthesis. Now mention the sort keyword, open the parenthesis, mention the field that you want to sort in the way, that is manager ID. So it is important that you mention manager ID in the projection field, guys. So if you do not mention, and if you're sorting manager ID without explicitly calling it, so you will get an error, it won't display. So it is important that you mention the manager ID in the projection field also. Close the brackets. I think we are good to go. Let us just recheck our code. Okay, right. So I think there is an error in the manager ID, guys. So let me just copy this. So you might have a technical error, so make sure you give the correct name of the field's name, otherwise you'll get an error. So I think we are good to go now. So let us just execute this statement and we'll see the output. So as you can clearly see that in a resultant set, we are only fetching the first name, last name, and manager ID, since we have projected some of the fields in a resultant set, and I'm sorting the data based on the based on the manager ID field, and since I've given it as 1, it will sort the data in ascending order, that is from lowest to highest. So if you can see, the first manager ID is 100, so list of all the employees whose manager ID is 100 has been shown. Next we have 101, 103. Similarly, if you type it, we'll have the rest of the records as well. So you can see next 108, 114, 120, and so on, 122, 123, 201, 205. So in this way, you can sort various documents in order of how you want to display or show them in your resultant set. All right, I hope you have understood this till now. Let us now sort multiple field, guys. So let me just copy this query. Now, again, like as we discussed earlier in our presentation, sorting multiple fields is not a big task. It is just simply that you have to add the multiple fields here. So manager ID as well as, let's take salary also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort salary in descending order. So I'm mentioning it as -1. And also let us project the field here as well. So salary has 1. All right, so let us execute the statement and we'll see the output. So as you can see in a resultant set, after sorting the data based on the fields of manager ID and salary, if we look at the output, now since we have sorted our manager ID in ascending order, since we have specified 1 as the order, it will basically sort the order in ascending order, that is from lowest to highest, and salary we have mentioned the order as -1. So it will do the opposite of that, that is it will sort the data in descending order, that is from highest to lowest. So if you look at the resultant output here, guys, now since we have no manager ID for this, which is taken as, let's say, the least value or 0, so it is displaying first. Next we have the salary -1. So if you look at to the manager IDs of the next like let's say 4. Now since we have the manager ID 100, which is the lowest value, and we have 4 or more same values, then it will move on to the next priority that we have given to sort our document, that is salary. So first, now we have 82,000 as our salary, that is from descending order. It will basically sort the data in descending order, that is from highest to lowest. So we have 82,000, next we have 80,000, next we have 79,800, next we have 6,500, 58,000, next we have 1,700, similarly, and so on. So in this way, you can sort multiple fields using the sort method as well. I hope you've understood how the sort method works in MongoDB, guys, using the single field or using multiple field sorting, how you can basically arrange the data based on your need. All right, let us now discuss some examples using the limit clause. Again, limit clause is very easy, guys. It is used to restrict or specify only certain number of records in a resultant set. And the syntax is followed as db dot mention the employee name, db dot employee dot find dot, let's say, limit. I want only 5 records of the employee collection, so I'm mentioning as 5 as my value. And when you press the enter, you can see the resultant output has only 5 documents: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is a simple example of how you can use limit. Now you can also use the limit using the sort method as well. So let us just copy this and we will see how it gets executed. So let me just paste it here. Now I'm just adding the limit method here. I want only, let's say, the first 4. Okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm first basically projecting some of the fields, that is the required number of fields that I want to fetch in my resultant set. Then I'm basically sorting this documents in the manner of manager ID salary in order of ascending order for manager ID since we have given 1, and in the order of descending order for salary since we have given it -1. And I'm limiting the resultant output to only 4 records. So when I press enter, you can see we have only the first 4 records. So we have no manager ID again. Next, if we consider the manager ID here 100 for Adam Fripp, whose manager ID is 100, and next 2 also we have the same manager ID here, guys. So now the next thing is it will go on to the salary like we discussed earlier. The salary is sorted here in descending order from highest to lowest. So we have 82,000, next we have 80,000, next we have 79,000. So similarly, if you can, let's limit to another example. Let's say if I'm limiting to 10. All right, so in that case it will basically fetch the first 10 records. So as you can see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So all of them are basically the records of the employees whose manager ID is 100, and it is basically arranging all the details of the employees whose salary in descending order, that is in the order of -1 which we have specified. So that brings us to the end of today's session, guys. I hope you all have understood all about the sort and the limit method that we use in MongoDB. Thank you for watching the video, guys. I hope you understood and found this tutorial informative and helpful. If you did, make sure to leave us a like and share it with your friends and colleagues. If you have any further queries regarding any of the topics covered in today's session, feel free to let us know in the comment section below, and a team of experts will be more than happy to help resolve all your queries at the earliest. Until next time, stay safe and keep coding.